And so what I'm curious to know from your perspective, it sounds like you're still of the optimistic view that despite all of these ongoing distractions, these increasing distractions, the ads, the emails, the videos, the story content that we're exposed to, you still think it's possible to take control of what is essentially our declining attention spans?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. And that's what it's, this is, this is perhaps the main focus of my business now, is helping people take control of what you said is that ever declining attention span. Now, I don't think addiction is bad. I think we're addicted to lots of things. We're addicted to water, and that's not bad. So I used to think addiction was scary, and now it's like, choose your addictions well. That's my answer. So I woke up this morning and I thought, I want to check Instagram. I didn't get to it, and I never do, but I thought, because one of my addictions has been a computer game. There's a hugely complex computer game that I like to try and master over and over and over again. And I've recently uninstalled it. I'm kind of going through withdrawals. And I thought,
I want to know what game.
Pardon?
I want to know what game it is.
Is StarCraft 2.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I go through phases. I'll like really devote myself to it for 6 months, and then I'll uninstall it for a few years. But I was thinking, Instagram's, that's not a bad addiction, to see what my friends are up to see what's going on with them. I don't usually have time to do it. I'm like, that wouldn't, now I see why people might do it, because they don't have StarCraft in their life. They're like, all right, I'll check through, so I don't think addictions are bad, but we need to balance our addictions. We need to, like, because if I play StarCraft for 6 hours straight, I'm not going to feel good about myself. And if all we do, if we just constantly distracted and checking email and then checking Facebook and then text messages and whatever, at the end of the day, there's a frustration. There's a frustration that, oh, I could have done so much more. And I don't want that for any of your listeners. I want you to feel like you nailed it, like you had chosen what was most important, and then you nailed it. So yeah, you turn off your distractions, not all the time, but for your sprints. And so if there's one thing you get from this episode, I would suggest that you block off sprints in your calendar. I think 2-hour blocks are good. And then show up for those sprints. And you'll choose at the beginning, this is what I will do. You turn off all your distractions and then play a game. Play a game called, I'm going to do only this. I even sometimes have my clients have a later list. Have a notepad next to you, and when something comes up into your brain or you catch yourself not doing what you said you would do, you write it on the later list. And then after the sprint, you can come and decide if you're going to do what's on that list. It's actually like meditation. But instead of meditating on your breath, you're meditating on the task at hand.